Greetings, Earthbound travelers. It's Saturday night. That means it's time for Will of the Dice presents Sins of Blood. I am Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and I will be your guide this evening through this cacophony of clusterfuckery. Before we get started, we do have some announcements and introductions. First, we are for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Secondly, we do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as vaping. Just because some of us do doesn't mean you should. Do as we say, not as we do. We want you to be happy and healthy. And finally, we are not associated with Wizards of the Coast. We're just here playing our game and sharing it with you. That's all I got, Locke.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm going to take a moment to talk to you first about our musicians. The lovely and talented musicians who provide music for our show heightens our experience, and your experience makes the whole game better. Tonight, those musicians are Michael Gelfi, Kevin MacLeod, Jeff Farber, Dwergar, and our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Peculiar Patrick. Also, we would like to take a moment to thank the first of our partners tonight, and that is Red Panda Dice and Delights. If you visit redpandadice.com, you can get yourself, some cool dice like these blood red dice that I used to play Lazarian. Ooh, they're so shiny. They're so cool. I just dropped it, but that's fine. And what did I roll? I rolled a 19, and that's pretty fucking good. Also, they have little red pandas on the 20s. So you should go and check them out and tell them that you came from us. You can also find the Red Panda plushies and sometimes dice bags and things on there. So go hit them up and let them know you came from us.
Awesome. I want to give a shout out to Penelope2716 in the audience. Hi. I miss your face. Let's go ahead and do introductions.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. Tonight I'm going to be the voice of Nan and their counterpart Esmina. I'm a she, her. Nan and Esmina are she, they. I am not streaming from home tonight, so if you hear roosters or ducks in the background, I'm really sorry. And farm life, right? You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi gamers, I'm still Locke Clark. I'm a he, him, and tonight I'll be playing Lazarian, a they, them. Lazarian is a 5'5" reborn who has amnesia and woke up at under a pile of dead bodies and doesn't know what happened to them and how they got there, and is trying to figure out who they are, and is caught up in a bunch of weird stuff that's globally or possibly further reaching, and is just trying to figure shit out and figure out who they are and what their place is. And they missed their ship. And you can find me on the social medias at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, a he, they playing Garnet Grell, a 4-foot-tall Kender by descent. Garnet Grell is from the land of Kryn. Having fallen through a portal and landing in Runeth Kesha, Garnet is a big ball of curiosity and all sticky fingers. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi, yes, this is Ames. I'm the voice of Brika. We are both she, her. Brika is a 5-foot-tall Luna fairy. She's got lavender-colored skin that has a pearlescent glow to it, indigo blue hair with 2 matching green streaks at the temples and matching green eyes. She is back to wearing her robe of eyes because it's been altered now so she can let her wings out because, she's not really hiding anymore. They pretty much, this party has found out that the drow can find them even when they're not in Runeth Kesha. So, and let's see what else can go wrong or right. I mean, we did fix the Undersun, but I have a feeling that the other shoe's about to drop. So yeah, and you can find us over on Twitter at LollyG50.
And you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Before we begin, as always, our safe word is porcelain. And do we have any last requests before we get started?
Not the face.
Always the face.
But it's a rental.
When last we left the party, they had traveled deep into the undercity of the Silver Spires, finding the Tri-County Mall and the tribe of changelings that dwelled there. They had traveled beyond the blue and done combat with the great crystal dragon that was once queen of the Silver Spires, the Mary Amber. They followed the trail of prophecy, placing the crown of quartz upon the unconscious dragon, transferring it back into the Fae that it was. And that's when they find out that there had been split. Their sanity, their wisdom, their strength, and their intelligence had been separated from them. They met Wisdom, who attempted to get the crown of quartz. Combat ensued, and they were banished. I'm sure that they won't be back. They then traveled back to W Mart, where Esmina, working through Nan, brought back the Undersun, that it brought life to these changeling people. They had gone to Claire's boutique to rest and procure items when Lazarian touched the tapestry that showed their future, or maybe their past. When the world fell away and they found themselves on a battlefield with 1,000 soldiers charging towards them. This is where our story continues. And this is where you discover you've been forsaken to the will of the dice. You are there, Lazarian, this angry horde of humanoids charging with weapons drawn. What would you like to do?
If it's not already in my hand, I call my sword to my hand.
Okay.
And what is directly around me? Are there? I think you said there were bodies around me.
There are a lot of corpses.
Are any of them do any of them look like the people that are charging at me? Like, is the same armor? No.
No.
Okay. Then I am going to target the center mass of the group charging at me, and I'm going to unleash as many repelling eldritch blasts in their direction as I can.
All right, make your 3 attack rolls.
The first one is a 13 plus 10, 9. So 22.
Okay.
18 plus 9 is 27. And 5 plus 9 is 14.
You do knock some of them back. This catches the attention most earnestly of those that witnessed it. The cries of heretic rolling out as their charge becomes more fevered.
I'm going to I cast Mislead. Which creates an illusion of Lazarian exactly where I'm standing. It taking on a defensive stance and waiting. Meanwhile, I become invisible, and I'm going to try and move off to the flank, away from the charging horde. And if I can if there's one, like if there's someone that is on the edge of the group that I think I can pick off and at least get the helmet off of, I want to try and hit him in the head with my sword and knock the helmet off so I can see who these people are.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
That is a 16, and with the sword, that is, I think that one is the plus. Yes. So 26.
The head comes flying off, or the helmet, rather. You see yourself, Lazarian.
The hell? Oh, my. That's not what I expected. Why are there so many of me?
The soldier in front of you, you, runs their blade through your chest, and you awaken in Claire's boutique.
Oh. Shit. Patting their chest, looking for blood.
You are bleeding.
Oh. That's less than good. How much damage did I take, Tyr?
120 points.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
When you wake up stable with 1 hit point.
Okay. So I take 34 more.
The rest of you will have seen Lazarian touch the tapestry to remove it and disappear, only to return a corpse that is somehow brought back.
Lazarian.
Everybody else saw that, right?
Yes. Lazarian, what
That-
happened?
Nan has moved to Lazarian, allowing Esmina to take over, and is reaching down to cast Cure Wounds.
When I touched it, I was suddenly, and I point at the figure, them. I was in that battle. On the battlefield.
Tyr, we've had a long rest, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay, sorry.
Strange. So, Brika's going to kind of look around at the different tapestries again, and she's going to be like, my suggestion is going to be that nobody touch their tapestry. It seems like whoever made them, maybe somehow this is linked to a moment.
Indeed. It's weirder than that, though. The army, and Laz gestures at the horde of soldiers in front of them on the battlefield. They were all me. And they called me a heretic.
Perhaps you are struggling with something. But here. Esmina lays a hand on you, casts Cure Wounds, and you take 18 points of healing.
Actually, you don't. Instead, Nan will take 131 points of damage. Necrotic.
First, let me fix my hit points because it dropped them down again when I took my long rest. You said it's 131 points
Yes.
of damage. Asmina reaches down to heal you, starts to cast healing, and instead screams and buckles.
Garnet will kind of like rush over to try and catch Nan.
I'm not sure what happened. Asmina was trying to help Lazarian, and it hurt. Oh God, that hurts bad.
Can Brika, can I do like medicine or arcana check so that she can kind of figure out what, like the player fit knows what's going on, but I don't know if Brika would 100% know that it's obvious because she doesn't have healing magic. That it's obvious that the healing caused damage.
You can give me an insight check.
Okay. If I remember right, my insights are... Yeah, my insights are pretty good. That's a 25.
Yeah, you piece it together that when Asmina went to heal Laz, they took damage instead.
Okay. Yeah, so, two things now. Don't anybody touch their tapestry. And it seems like any healing that you try to do on Lazarian did damage to you.
I sorted that much. I'm just not sure why it happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Les, I don't want to be like that guy and kind of rude, but are you like cursed or something? Or does this normally happen? Like you get healed and then like does Weena take some of it, or
No,
Mm-mm.
this has never happened before.
No, I'm leaning towards something dealing with touching the tapestry, and what happened while you're there is part of the problem.
Well, it seems pretty obvious. We are not meant to touch these things.
Mm-mm.
Leave them where they are.
do make me curious though. Garnet wants to look and see his. He's not going to touch it. He just wants to see his.
You see yourself, Garnet, amongst an army with lancers charging towards a dragon.
Oh shit. Well, I definitely don't want to touch mine anyway, because I don't want to have to deal with a fucking dragon.
No, especially if once you come back, you're not going to be able to be healed without damn near killing the healer.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing any healing for some time. Oh. Weak as a kitten is half feel.
I understand. I've been run through. I think I'm just going to sit here a while longer, if that's okay.
I think I got some rags or gauze or something if you want to put that on it. That's all I got right now.
I'm even afraid to offer you my healing potion because I don't know if that's going to backfire.
What exactly were we planning to do today anyway?
We needed to go back down to the Changeling City, and we need to figure out how to help Mary.
You be playing with forces you do not understand.
Brika's going to turn around wherever the voice is coming from.
Nan's not even going to look. Nan's not even going to look.
You see a plump black cat with large green eyes walking almost in a strut across the floor.
And
Hello.
do you know the forces?
I do.
And who might you be?
Oh, I don't give nobody my name. There's power in names, especially when dealing with a fae.
That's true, but everybody has a name that they have to give. And then you have the name that you don't give. Are you saying you only have one name?
I'm saying I'm not giving you any name because then you'll have power.
Hmm.
I've come to see the prophet.
Oh, that guy's
Well-
fucking dead.
He kind of died.
Oh, that's a shame.
Look, Kat,
And
I don't know if there's anything we can do to help you. But if you know anything that might help us, I'm sure we can figure something out.
Oh, I know something that'll help you. But there's a cost.
So the first question, I guess, would be, what would be the cost?
It's different for each person.
And for each of us?
You won't know until you drink the water.
What water?
No, I like knowing the cost in advance.
I can't tell you the cost. It's different for everybody.
And what water are you talking about?
The healing wells.
Are you talking about the fountain downstairs?
No. Not the one with the crown. That's what I came to talk to the prophet about. The ones that remove the blight that is upon you.
And where are these fountains?
You can get one of the shifters to show you the way.
You say the sisters.
Shifters. The changelings.
Okay. All right. Let me. So, can you at least tell us? Am I the only one that is affected with the blight? Or
No, the one
did
that tried to heal you, they're blighted as well.
see?
Yeah, that seems obvious.
kind of glad it didn't touch you now.
Or at the very least, didn't heal them. But, question. There, Kat. You say you have the information for us, but we have to go to the wells to pay the price.
I have no information. I can just tell you how to get rid of the blight. You go to the wells.
Oh, okay. I guess we need to go to the wells.
So
Well,
it
first
would
we're going to
seem-
have to go back to the settlement and find out where that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. Black Cat, I gotta know. Where the fuck are you from?
You know where I'm from.
I do?
You do.
Oh. So, like, from home?
I call it home.
Now I'm just confused.
You said you were coming to talk to the prophet about the well with the crown. What was it you
Yes.
needed to tell him?
That somebody had taken the crown out of the well and we're all fucked.
Why are you fucked?
Because that was what was holding the Silver Spires together. That and the Queen's magic.
I'm a bit confused now. The prophet told us we were supposed to remove that crown and
Well, I'm
use
not a
it to
prophet,
fix
so
the dragon. But you're telling us that crown in that fountain is what held the spires together.
Not literally. The crown was the political chess piece that kept invaders from invading.
But
And
the
once
surface
word
folk
gets,
have forgotten it even exists.
there are many things that people forget that they don't really forget.
But we still have the crown is still here. So does it matter that it's in the fountain or not, as long as it's still here?
What do you plan to do with it?
I don't
That's
know.
that's kind of need to know information, and you don't fucking need to know that.
Exactly.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, Garnet.
Is this to be frightened?
No.
19.
19. Cool. Let me make a note of that.
Regardless of what we intend to do with the crown, we must not leave it in the fountain. For if we leave it in the fountain, one of the fractured pieces of Amari Amber may come and try to claim it. And that would be bad for everyone.
Oh, they're all going to come and try to claim it. And so if you have it, that's bad for you.
So far, we have defeated 3 Amiri Ambers.
Yeah, but we
So
only
2
got
of the
one
stones you
them.
lit up.
Oh, no.
Only one.
We defeated the dragon one, which is the body. And then one of the others. And then but that was before we knew
before
how
you-
the crown worked, we sent one of them very far away.
Tier above table, is it 2 of the stones are lit up, or is it only 1?
Only one.
You seem to know a lot, Kat.
Well, I should.
Do you know where Amiri Amber came from?
Upper.
But not before that.
Some things you're just going to have to find out on your journey. And then you're going to have to make a decision.
And what decision is that?
Oh, I'm not going to spoil that. Seek the fountain, seek the wells, heal yourself, get rid of the blight before you turn into one of them.
Into one of what?
The crystal skeleton.
No, much worse. And they will fade into nothing.
Damn Cat. Oh. Come on, we need to carefully make our way back downstairs.
You want me to go ahead?
I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to help anybody. Well, that Esmina isn't going to be able to help anybody until this is fixed.
Yeah, probably sooner is better than later.
Garnet will pack up his things then and put his bag on and Be ready to go.
So you all travel back to W Mart.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Need everyone to give me a perception check. Brika,
Got a 28.
Garnet,
All right, so I rolled an 8, but due to reliable talent, I have perception as a skill that I have proficiency in. So anything less than a 9 counts as a 10. So I have a 20.
okay. Les,
23.
and Nan.
13.
As you cross the threshold into the encampment, the first thing you will smell is blood. Then there's an eerie silence that clings to the very air around you.
Oh, this isn't good.
No. No,
Wow.
Nan's gonna go running looking for the people.
You will find the huddled masses of the non-warriors, weeping, wailing. The chief attempting to bring order. Attempting to assure his people that everything will be okay as he holds the corpse of his daughter in his arms. There are dozens of slain changelings.
What's happened?
The Dark Ones came,
Dark ones.
like you, but twisted, tainted. They were behind the blue before the blue fell.
What do you mean, like us?
Not you. He will point to Brika, like you.
So,
Ye-
fairy.
Yes.
Where did they go?
Unseelie.
Worse.
I don't think he means unseelie. I think he just means twisted, as in corrupted. Do you mean like corrupted?
Yes.
Okay.
Blighted. Is that what you mean? They are
Worse.
blighted?
Worse. They are twisted.
Where did they go?
Back to their home, I suppose.
Their home?
They live beyond the blue.
So they're back in the caves.
They will serve you no purpose. You are not enough. We will relocate and refortify.
You need assistance with that, though. You have many injured. She's gonna look. Yeah, she's gonna look at the chieftain. I realize that in the past, the fairy, the fairy kingdom wasn't kind to you. But if you'll trust me, my mother is not like the queen that you dealt with in the past. We can get you some help.
Your Grace. The woman we left with you. Are they still here?
Yes.
Do they still breathe?
Yes.
I'm sorry that we left you unprotected. It was
We were
my
not unprotected. You take credit for something that has nothing to do with you. This is not your doing. The animosity between us and the Dark Ones goes back generations. They were just sealed behind the blue.
If we'd been here, we might have been able to help, though.
If you would have been here, you would have died. Being Outlanders, you would have been their first targets.
I have an idea. The mapping tablet that the Queen gave you. Nan, write a message to the Queen. Tell her that the changelings have been attacked and need assistance, and that Amari Amber needs protection. Have her send forces down here to protect them and to help them move everyone to safety. And then we will ask one of you, take us to the healing fountains.
You have been tainted.
Yes.
What was you going to say, Brika?
Brika is just going to say, while the tablet is great, that doesn't make sure that somebody looks at it right away. I can talk to Mother. I can send her a message, at least one that will direct them to look at the tablet for more information. Because otherwise, it's leaving it to chance and when somebody will look at it.
That is
All this tablet does is update the map.
Yes, but
those maps might not even be out. They might be in storage.
Yeah. That's why I was saying I can send her a message and tell them they can go find that map to use it to find where the changelings are. Because otherwise they're going to have to wander through like we did, and it might take them a while. That we can streamline it this way. But we have 2 that are blighted, and we still need to get to the healing wells, or things may get much worse than they already are. Brika's going to step away so that she can do the sending, and so that if further talking needs to happen between anybody else, going to use level 3 sending to Llewellyn Rose. Mother, there's trouble. Changelings are under attack. We must go further to heal the party. Look at the tablet for more information.
Roll a D100.
Okay. A 73.
Changelings, I do not understand. We'll check the map very confused.
Brika's not going to respond. She's just going to turn to Nan and basically tell Nan, write a more in-depth message on the map. I know it probably irks you to do that, but it's the only way we can get this information without me blowing. I only have 2 more times I can speak with Mother this way before I can again until tomorrow.
I'll do what I can. Nan is going to make a very simple map of the route through the mall to where the civilization. Actually, before she does that, Nan is going to look to the chieftain. Is this what you want? Do you want us to have the queen send people down to help?
No. We take care of our own. He will
Nan is
do
going to look at Brika.
he will do a whistle, and a figure will step forward. They will take you to the wells. But be careful. There's always a price to pay.
Yes, an odd black cat told us the same thing, but that it's the only way to cure the blight, right?
Oh, you have been blessed.
I don't know if I'd call him a blessing, but
Very few see he who walks the shadows. A great dragon in cat form.
Oh,
that
lovely.
explains so much.
When he says he who walks the shadows, does that ring anything for me?
It would not. Because you are from Kryn.
So you do not want assistance. Brika's gonna look at everybody else. Is it... I don't know if we should continue to task them with watching Amiri when they've already got other things to handle. We could at least...
I don't think we can take her with us.
No, but we could at least have somebody. They might be able to send somebody down to come get her and protect her above to allow, and she's gonna, not to allow the chieftain and his people to watch over their own.
We will watch over the wildling until you return.
We thank you. Laz is going to take a moment and look around. I'm looking for something that Laz can use basically as a crutch, because Laz is hurt.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
Find a
Nan,
tree limb.
Nan is barely standing.
You both find tree limbs.
yeah, sadly
Laz
this
will-
party is full of shorties.
Laz will call forward a sword, their sword, and hack a tree limb into an appropriate crutch, and then another one for Nan, and offer it. Here, I think
No,
this
thank
will
you.
help.
No, thank you. That's just something that I have to carry.
Well, Mr. Changeling Man, are we all ready?
They will nod and start walking.
Brika will offer to help Nan a little bit, like let Nan lean on her. I can at least let you lean on me a little if it'll help.
I can use the wall. It's fine.
Okay.
You travel away from the people. Instead of it being man-made ruin, it is now natural cave and wall. The sound of dripping water, the occasional rodent. The silence is thick. You can hear your pulse in your ears. Your footsteps sound like thunder. Until you come to another building, the sign erased with time. The glass doors shattered, the frames rusted, and inside you will see a square fountain, large, with steps.
This was certainly an odd civilization.
Yeah, this
Why do they insist on making doors out of glass? Horribly not fortifiable.
not to mention the glass everywhere, all the different things we've seen that have like the huge glass doors and windows that would mean anybody could just look in and see everything you were doing inside of your home or your dwelling. It's weird.
Right?
Like did they like being on display? This is just strange.
The three counts seem a very odd group of rulers.
Yes. I agree.
Garnet is already walking as they are talking. He's like walked over the frame through the broken glass door and is walking over to the fountain.
Okay. The
Last-
walls of the fountain are approximately 5 foot high, with a set of steps going up.
Is there any inscriptions on the fountain walls?
There is not.
Garnet will walk up the steps to look into the fountain.
It is beautiful crystal water with an almost sweet aroma.
Laz hobbles their way in that direction.
Brika's followed and has gone up the steps to look in. And while she's looking at it, I'm gonna suggest you each drink one at a time, so we can make sure something strange doesn't happen.
I will volunteer to go first, if you like, Nan, so that you can know my price and before you force a drink.
I don't think it'll matter. He said the price is different for everyone.
Yes, but if you have an idea what I had to pay, it might give you some idea. I don't know.
I don't
was
think
trying
it will.
to be nice.
Oh, I understand that. I don't think it will give any indication. He said the price is different for everyone.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
But I'm going to rest here on the step a moment. You go ahead.
hey, cheer up, Dan. It's probably only like 5 gold.
I suspect it's not that kind of price, Garnet.
so
No.
Tyr, from the top of the stairs, where is the how is it you get to the water?
From the top of the stairs, there's a 5 foot, the walls are 5 foot
Uh-huh.
thick around the square, and the water is up to the level at the top of the wall.
Okay, then Laz is gonna sit down at the top and then just scoop 2 hands worth and drink.
All right, roll a D100 for me.
Hubboy. Here we go.
No whammy.
Find as detailed. 75.
You hear a voice in your head. Actually, three voices speaking in unison. We sisters hear, we sisters see. Make you whole, we sisters, we. You may relieve yourself of a long rest. The blight has been removed.
Oh,
Do you
Oh.
feel? Are you feeling better?
Laz opens their shirt, and the bleeding hole is gone. Still some blood stain, but no wound anymore. Oh. Interesting. They didn't ask for anything. I wonder if they took.
Oh. Is it one of those prices where you're not going to know until later or at some usually inopportune time?
Oh, that sounds right with how things have been going.
I know, right? Do you need help up, Nan?
I'll make it. Just gonna basically like half crawl up the steps. Sit down at the top, catch your breath. Well, I guess here goes nothing. Just pause, look up at the others. Do me a favor. If this doesn't go work or this goes wrong and I start to become one of those dark evil things, you kill me before it goes south.
You have my word.
Indeed.
Garnet gives a thumbs up.
I don't want to be something that haunts you. And Nan'll dip a hand in the water, lift it to her lips and drink.
D100, please, now.
$57.
We sisters three, two we see, trying to cheat we.
I'm not trying to cheat anyone.
Your thoughts we see, your heart we read. The fairy will be the price agreed.
No. What fairy? I don't understand.
You may alleviate a long rest.
As the voices in her head go silent, she's actually going to shout, "What fairy? I don't understand."
What happened?
Give me an insight check, man.
All right. Gotta clear that roll. Nine.
DC was 5. There's only one fairy in your party. And at this point, 3 robed figures will appear in various places around the fountain. I need you all to roll initiative and join me in Owlbear Rodeo.
Realizing in horror what they meant, Nan's basically going to start shouting, "No, you can't have her. You can take me. You can't have her."
Okay, let's see. Garnet was up here. Laz was up here. Man was up here. Rachel was up here. Okay. Just a second, I'll get those initiatives. Lazarian,
Dirty 20.
Nan,
It was 5.
Brika,
15.
Garnet,
23.
All right, Garnet. I believe you're up first. Yes, you're up first. You standing on the wall of the fountain can see. You can't make out facial features. They're hooded and masked. They have feminine forms in their tight-fitting armor and clothing. You see one carrying 2 short swords. Behind them is one holding their hands apart and a book floating between their hands. And you catch out of your peripheral one behind you with a bow.
Okay. Garnet will spin around then and step to the corner of the fountain, kind of planting his hoopak down to stabilize it, using the bonus action to steady. Oh no, I can't steady aim if I move. No. So he's going to plant his hoopak down and take aim at the archer looking one and is going to launch a hoopak on it.
Okay.
Double checking some distance here. All right. 29.
That will hit.
7 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I believe that is going to be the end of Garnet's turn.
All right. I will bring up the archer. They will return fire, Garnet. That is 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay. There you go. You'll take 5 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, 4.
All right. Let me roll these d6s. 25 points of poison damage.
Oof.
The warrior will take their movement to get up on the wall. And the mage disappears. And that'll bring up Lazarian.
Okay. As my action, I call the Mind Blade to my hand.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I cast Far Step.
Okay.
You teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see on each of your turns before the spell ends. You can use your bonus action to teleport in this way again. And it lasts up to a minute. So I am going to teleport right behind the warrior.
Okay.
And that will end my turn.
All right. That will bring up Brika.
Okay. The mage disappeared, right?
Yep.
Now, because I have the robe of eyes on, I can see invisible creatures and objects as well as into the ethereal plane out to 120
You can
feet.
see him. You
Okay.
can see him. He's standing where he was. He's just invisible.
Okay. Then I am going to cast a level 4 Evard's Black Tentacles.
Counterspell. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, that does it.
Okay, that'll bring up Nan.
Nan is going to shout no, seeing this warrior move up onto the fountain wall in line with Brika. And like in one movement, leaping across that corner and wild shaping into a dire wolf. So that I am now a large beast between the warrior and Brika.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That is my turn.
All right. That'll bring us back to Garnet.
Garnet is going to kind of plant his Hoopak a little bit more, taking the bonus action of Steady Aim to give himself advantage, and then is going to launch another Hoopak at the archer. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
All right, that is 8 magical bludgeoning damage, and since I had advantage on it, I got sneak attack. That is 17 sneak attack damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes, that'll be Garnet's turn.
All right. You will see the archer lower their mask, their face sunken as if they'd been insanguinated, their skin dry, leathery, their teeth yellow, stained, their eyes sunken and glowing red as they take a steady aim and fire at you. 24. That is 6 points of piercing damage. I need a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 12.
I rolled all ones. 7 points of poison damage. Oh. And what's their sneak attack then? Not that great. 7 points of sneak attack damage. I'm now going to roll a dice to see if the warrior engages the wolf or the creature that just went behind them.
Mhm.
So, Ren, odd or even?
Odd.
It is a 4, so they're going after Lazarian. First attack is a natural 20.
No, that does not hit me. Because I said it doesn't? I don't know.
Okay, so that's 2 plus a 10 for another 2. That's 4 points of slashing damage on the first attack. Oh, wait, no, I didn't max the die.
Yeah.
So 20 points of slashing damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And I don't think a 9 will hit you.
No.
Brika, I need a dexterity saving throw as a lightning bolt comes flying out of the mage's book.
That's a 17.
Okay, so you'll only take half damage.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 6, 16 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Lazarian.
Okay. The mage should be visible now, right?
Nope, greater invisibility.
Shit. Okay. Fuck it, I'm just gonna attack this guy. All right, I'm gonna attack. The warrior. Sorry, I lost the word briefly.
Yeah, we're all exhausted. So
19 plus 10, 29 to hit.
29
God,
will
I
hit.
should have hexed him. That would have been so much better. All right, and this does. That's the wrong die. It's that one. It's these two. So he's gonna take 8 points of slashing and 6 points of psychic.
Okay.
Anything else I can do as a bonus? And I mean, yeah, I'm gonna Hexblade Curse.
Okay.
Should have done that first, but oh well. That does it
Lovely
for
red
me.
ring around them. All right. That will bring up Brika.
Okay. He's still invisible for everybody else, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use 2 of my spell points to quicken and cast Fairy Fire. So he's going to be lit up blue unless you pass a 17 dex save.
Which I do not.
Okay. And so any
Oh.
attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature can't benefit from being invisible. And then I am going to use my I think I'm pretty firebolt cantrip. So does a 26 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'll just burp. Sorry, this is one of the ones I have to digital. That would be 13 points of fire damage.
£13 fire damage. All right. Is that your turn?
Yes, and that fairy fire will last up to a minute, and so now anybody that attacks them will get advantage on their attack rolls.
All right. Nan.
All right. Now that I can see both, I need to measure so I can make a choice here. Caster's just out of reach for me. So the direwolf's going to go after the warrior running forward and attacking, and because the direwolf has pack tactics, that's going to be with advantage.
All right. It'll be with advantage anyway because you're flanking with Les.
So because it added them. I'm like, why is it doing that? All right, so 19 is the higher of the two plus 5. So 24.
24 will hit.
24 hits, so that is 2d6 plus 3. Sorry, I hate having to use the digital die. So 9 points of piercing damage, and they need to make... It's a strength saving throw. DC is 13.
They fail.
They are knocked prone.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. That will bring us back to Garnet.
Taking the cunning action granted by me, to take a bonus action to dash, Garnet is going to hop down from the wall, flipping his hoop back around to charge with the pointy end at the archer.
All right.
And then takes an attack with his hoopak. 16.
16 hits.
8 magical piercing damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is Garnet's turn.
All right. They are going to use their object interaction to pull the short sword from their shield, from their belt, and going to attack you. $19.
18 hits.
That is 8 points of damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
$18.
Okay, so you'll take half for 12.
Half of 12, or 12 is the half?
12 is the half. The elite warrior will use their turn to stand, or half their movement to stand up, so they are no longer prone. Laz, odd or even?
Even worked well for me last time. Let's do that again.
Even it is.
Good.
That is a natural 2 plus 6 is 8. That's not going to hit.
Nope.
That is a 3 plus 6 is 9. That's not going to hit.
Nope.
All right. The mage will Misty Step. And that's their turn. So that will bring up Lazarian.
Oh, I don't like that. There's not a lot to do about it. Do that. Actually, yeah, I do that. So, noticing that the caster has moved behind us, has just Misty stepped behind us. And it looks like I've seen the caster throw a lightning bolt already. And so I know that spell will go right through all of us. I teleport behind the caster and lay into them with my with my mind blade.
Okay.
That is 11 plus 10, 21.
Yep, that'll hit.
Oh, and you know what? I'm tired because I'm dumb. I get 2 attacks with my sword. I only took 1 last time on the warrior, but that's fine. So that's gonna be 4 points of 10 points of magical slashing damage, and 8 points of psychic on the first attack.
All right.
Second attack, I throw my die and it lands on the floor, and I'll have to get it later. But then the natural 20.
All right. So, Tierbot, $ crit weapon.
Yep. Come on, big money. Overpower. The target must exceed a strength check of DC 10 plus my strength or dex, or be knocked prone. So that is
Your modifier
13.
is not.
Yeah, I knew what you
Oh.
meant.
Okay.
I didn't think you meant 27.
They have a -1 in their strength. And I rolled an 8. So they got a 7. They are knocked
right.
prone.
So the caster is prone.
Make sure you do your damage.
Oh, yes, damage. Right, damage. So that is 8 and 7 is 15 points of magical slashing.
And they will die.
Plus, just for funsies, 4 and 12 is 16 points of psychic damage. So they die screaming inside their own brain. Tyr, you pulled me off the board, not the caster.
Oh. My bad.
No worries.
You'll notice the other two become larger.
Oh, fun.
It is now Brika's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna drop the concentration on fairy fire since the mage is dead. And hold on a second. I don't think I'm close enough. Oh yeah, I am. And she's gonna chuck a firebolt at the archer.
Okay.
Huh, that's so hilarious. Does a 26 hit? That's what I rolled
Yep.
last time. Okay. 17 points of fire damage.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Nan.
So now that the warrior in front of them is the same size as they are, since Nan is currently a large creature, a large dire wolf, she's going to growl loudly and then attempt to bite the warrior in front of them. So no pack tactics this time, because
Oh,
there's
shit,
no
I
allies
could have
within
taken
5
movement.
feet.
I would have been within 5 feet of you if I'd taken movement. God, my bad.
Ah, that one's not going to hit. 8 plus 5,
13.
13.
not
Not
hit.
going to hit. So going to growl and snap at them, apparently. But stand their ground between this warrior and Brika.
All right. Garnet.
Garnet is going to kind of plant their feet and take a steady aim shot, which is bonus action steady aim, to take a hit with their hoopak. $22.
That hits. Was that an actual 20?
No, I have a plus 10.
Oh, okay.
It is 12 magical piercing damage plus 25 sneak attack damage.
And that will drop them.
Garnet, as soon as he pushes in and twists and pulls out and watches the body, he'll brush his brow across because he's been sweating as he has been hit a couple times with the arrows.
And the warrior will grow.
And that's Garnet's turn.
Taking their attacks on you, Nan. First attack. 14.
That meets, so it hits.
Ah,
Impose will,
okay.
so you got to re-roll it with disadvantage.
Yep. That's a 2. Makes it a 9. All right. Second attack. That is also a 2. You're going over here in timeout. All right, Lazarian.
Cool. Lazarian teleports the 60 feet to land next to the very, very large warrior, and loudly as they pop into existence next to the warrior, I imagine their teleport this way. It looks like just they get wreathed in green flames, disappear, and then a burst of green flames happens, and they're just standing there, and they look at the warrior and say, "Hey, chuckle fuck, I wasn't done with you yet," and lays into them again with the sword.
All right.
Will a 17 hit?
It will not.
Okay. Second attack. That's better to 22.
That'll hit.
And that is 12 points of magical slashing and 10 points of psychic.
Okay.
I almost said psychotic damage. Nothing wrong with me.
All right. Is that your turn, Lazarian?
Yes, that is my turn.
All right, Brika.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of stick with what's been working, and it's gonna cast Firebolt on the warrior. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Okay. That's 20 points of fire damage.
All right. And that will bring up Nan.
The direwolf's gonna go for another bite. Laz is within 5 feet of the creature, so pack tactics apply this time.
Okay.
So the 19 is the higher of the two, plus 5,
That hits.
so 24. So I need to roll 2d6. So 6 points of piercing damage, and they need to make their DC 13 strength saving throw,
No, they
which I'm
don't.
sure I was
They
saying,
have
which I'm sure.
exactly 6 hit points.
Yeah.
They will fall and vanish like the other two. The water will churn and boil, bubbling, that sweet scent filling the cavern as a androgynous figure wreathed in golden light emerges from the center of the well. 3 voices in unison. All must pay the price. Fought valiantly you did. So the price will not be the fairy. But the fairy's bloodline. And will vanish. And this is where we're going to take our break.
What?
You bastard!
So we're going to take 10 minutes. We're going to get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and handle our business. And we'll be back.
Clear.
Thanks so much for hanging out while we took our break, got our beverages of choice, our snickety snacks, and handled our business. Before the break, the party had found the healing wells to cure them of the blight, but they had to pay a price, impressing the entities, the Sisters Three. They did not take Brika, but they took Brika's lineage.
Is the entity still there?
No,
What? What do they mean, my lineage?
Brika.
Yeah.
You don't remember how to read tarot cards.
No. She's gonna get them out. She still recognizes them, right? She just can't remember how to read them.
You get them out and you fumble them. Give me a dexterity check.
A 4.
As they fall at the ground at your feet and you look at them, they make no sense. You do not recognize what any of the iconography means. You don't recognize anything about them.
But she still knows they're her cards, right?
She knows they're her cards, but
She just can't read them.
she can't use them.
No.
What?
I can't read. I can't read the cards. She's picking them back up. None of them make sense anymore.
So in taking your bloodline, they took your ability to use your cards. Does that mean you can't read your tea leaves either?
Would she know?
No, she wouldn't.
Not without making the tea, and
Right.
I don't know.
Garnet kind of stumbles over, coughing. If we're talking about tea and a rest, I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. You can see he's pulling out like the arrows that have stuck into him.
Nan seeing Garnet pulling an arrow out and realizing what's happening. Oh, you're hurt. Gonna reach out and almost absentmindedly touch his shoulder. A word crossing her lips, a word she's heard Esmina use, but doesn't typically use herself, and cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds for 21 points of healing.
Thank you. I feel like I'm about halfway there, but if y'all don't mind, if nothing else is gonna attack us, I think this is kind of a secure location. We could totally kind of take a little rest here.
I would be amenable to a rest as well. But Nan,
What?
what you just did was, well, spectacular and dangerous.
Oh.
It's at this moment, Nan, you will hear the voice of the prophet. You are a liar.
I've never been able to do that before.
And considering what happened the last time that Esmina attempted to heal us, to heal me, what you just did was incredibly risky, brave.
I didn't even think about it. He's hurt.
Bravery is not something one often thinks about.
But I mean, I've tried in the past. When Esmina and I were first bonded, I tried so many times. I couldn't do it. I couldn't so much as make a spark. How did this? I'm going to sit down. She's literally just going to sit down right where she is.
Laz goes around and looks for things Laz can gather to build a fire, including the crutch that Laz had been using. They hack up, make a small fire. And then we'll use prestidigitation to light it. And Rika, if you would like to brew your tea, perhaps while we rest, you could try.
Yeah. She had been sitting she had actually just sat and was sitting staring at the cards in her lap. And she'll put together a pot of tea and let the fire do its thing to brew it. And she's still and while waiting for it to brew, she's just staring at the tarot cards in her lap.
For long there is the whistle of the tea being prepared.
When it's ready, she'll pour it out into cups and she'll set them there for, she'll kind of set them out there for anybody else to grab one, and she'll drink hers down. She'll, go ahead and drink hers down and then take the cup and do like she always does, turn it upside down in her hand and try to see if she can see the leaves.
Laz also takes a cup, but prestidigitates it, tastes like coffee, and downs it very quickly, and then offers the cup back to Brika.
Yep.
Garnet just drinks the tea.
Roll a 20.
Okay. $12.
How many times, Brika, have you looked at the leaves and been transported to visions of near and far, of future and present? How many times have you witnessed those visions of the ones around you? The Angramoran with the crown of thorns, the Dragonborn dead in your lap. And now when you stare, just a soggy bunch of leaves and a plain teacup stare back.
She's just gonna start crying. She's not even hiding it. It's just...
Oh, dear.
Garnet's gonna kind of scooch over and just sit next to Rika and put like a hand on her back in like a comforting way.
It's funny, part of me hated this at first. I hated being able to see things about others that I didn't want to see and wasn't always in my control, but now that it's gone, she's looking at the cards still in her lap, and it's her special cards, the ones that are black, and they almost look metal, but they're if you touch them, they're not. They're actually very supple, and the designs on them used to look like they moved. It was almost like a minor illusion on the artwork and everything. They're very, very fancy cards. And she's just staring at them, tears falling on them, and the first person that was kind to me, that did anything nice for me, taught me to read cards, and these were her cards, and now I can't read them.
I'm sorry, Brika.
You have nothing to be sorry for. It's not your fault. It's whatever these three sisters are. How dare they name a price that's not theirs to take, or the one to be given?
It's not fair that you paid the price that I owed.
And it's not fair that either of you suffered because I touched a tapestry.
Nan and Laz, make a persuasion check.
$17.
18.
A voice softly will enter the room. Touched are we three, for the tears you shed for one of your own. We can return what we took. But in doing so, you must kill Amari Amber.
And what happens if we do?
A great and powerful darkness will be plunged from the world.
How can we trust that that's true? Since you demand payment from somebody, you demanded a payment from someone they had no right to give.
Maybe we're petty and just want them dead. Maybe we speak truth.
I don't usually tend to do anything for myself without getting some form of comment is so hard sometimes. I want something in return for this. For me, personally. Me. What do I get in return for doing this? For them. For you.
We have laid out the terms of the deal. The lineage returned for Amari Amber's head.
Yeah, I got that. But what do I get personally for this? Because I'm going to have to take place in this plot too. And if just the lineage is returned, no offense, you could always learn again.
No, you can't.
No, this... Again, common is not my first language either, but I say she taught me the cards she did, but the part she didn't teach is my ability to actually see the truth. Anybody could sit down and read and learn what the common definition of these images on these cards, but the actual touch of the divine or touch of fate or whatever you want to call that power, that's not something you learn, that's something you have.
I mean, that is news to me. I did not know that. I've always kind of been a little curious about that. But still brings me back to the question, what are you going to do for me in this situation? He wants to,
Nothing.
he's trying to persuade.
Roll a persuasion check.
$24.
We will give you a way home.
so like a spell, like a what's a like a ship, or something like that.
A ring.
A ring. Could I take everybody with me, or is it just me?
Just you.
Oh, I would like a way to get out of here if things go south sometime, or everything gets over. All right, you know what? You got a deal. I'm not going
Wait.
to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm signed on.
I have a question. You said Amari Amber's head. I am going to go out on a limb and make a grand assumption here that when you say her head, you mean her fully restored, all of her faculties within it.
No. No, the feeble-minded, weak wildling that resides in the camp of the changelings. That is what we want dead.
But if we kill her, can we... What becomes of the other pieces of her? We still contain them within the crown.
The crown will no longer be bound to them. So no.
Actually, I don't know how I feel about killing someone that's feeble-minded.
Yes, you're basically asking us to kill an innocent.
You have already agreed to the deal.
Have we?
He did.
No.
When you say that a darkness would be purged from the world, what do you mean?
Well, we say there is a darkness. It will be purged.
Is she the darkness?
No.
Then why would we be killing her?
To purge the darkness.
But how does killing her purge a darkness that isn't her?
So many questions.
I assure you, it's pretty typical.
You must understand, we have been led astray by one who promised us we were saving the world, but was actually trying to unleash a weapon. We are more careful now.
Roll a persuasion check, man, with advantage.
All right. So first one was a 11. Second one is a 20. So we'll go with the higher of the two.
We cannot tell you everything, for some things cannot be known. But the death of Amari Amber brings forth a great light that will purge a great darkness.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very confused.
Indeed.
It's been a kind of a long and weird day.
Then we will withdraw our offer and let the darkness come. Maybe you can stand the gap against it. Maybe you cannot.
I think we just need a minute to talk about it. Like I said, I wasn't arguing. I just said it's been a long and weird day.
Yes, may we have a few moments to confer?
Confer.
Kind of huddle everybody up.
Brika.
Yeah.
It's your real. Honestly, at the end of the day, fuck what my decision is. Fuck what everyone else's decision is. it's technically your decision because you are the one that lost something here. And yeah, I get to have a ring to go home, which would be kind of fun to have. But it's mostly at the end of the day, it's your fucking life. It's your fucking abilities. So
I have to say no. I don't trust them. I don't trust someone who's going to lay a price at somebody's feet for something that technically they can't pay. It was unfair that Nan's price was something that belonged to somebody else. Belonged to me. My life or my lineage, you can't demand that of somebody else.
I think they wanted you first because you're my friend. You're one of the few people I actually care about. The fact that they took your abilities, though, that I don't understand how
I think they
none of it
also.
was fair. I'm sorry. None of it was fair. And I told them they could take me instead, but they didn't listen.
It's because that's not how those that deal in matters of fate and destiny work. I was important to you, so that's part of it, but I mean, my abilities put me close to the same level as somebody who would be called a prophet, diviner, oracle, whatever name you want to give. And that could have been part of the reason, but either way, I can't trust them. Because we know if we do something right now with Amari Amber, if we kill one of her fractured selves, then we can't heal the crown, and we know for a fact that the crown is not made whole. It's going to bring on disaster between the Seelie and Unseelie. And in the light of those things,
I thought we were using the crown to restore Amiri Amber. She's the one that's fractured, not the crown itself.
yeah, I'm saying it a bit wrong, but I basically just mean that if we don't complete that, that could bring about more war between the Seelie and Unseelie, because that was the thing that
United.
brought about a little bit of a peace until Amiri.
There is another side of the coin to consider. We have seen the ambition for power held by Amiri Amber's wisdom. We have seen what her sanity looked like. We have seen her unbridled as a dragon. And while we have not seen her strength, or I forget the other aspect, her intellect, there is a great risk that we run if we unite all of them inside the crown and then place the crown back on her head to make her whole. She could rise up and be the very darkness this entity speaks of. We could be facilitating that darkness by completing this mission. Taking the life of the wildling now, we know the stories of what she did as she went insane wearing the crown. We don't know how she will be when she is restored, or how powerful she will be, as her wisdom and her intellect and her strength have grown over the years, wandering freely. She could be much more formidable. We could be unleashing something horrible on the world and killing the body for that has a chance to happen could in fact be the right thing to do.
Brika's gonna sit up a little bit. Have we seen any of these sisters' faces?
No.
It was a mage,
Yeah, and some ugly ass archer.
an archer, and some kind of swordsman, fighter, warrior. And
Yeah.
we have wisdom and intellect and strength left.
Garnet,
Yeah.
how do you know the archer was ugly?
Oh, because he had a fucking ugly ass face.
So you did see their face.
Yeah, I was like 5 feet from him. Of course I saw
We
his face.
saw the archer's face, but not the sisters.
Was the archer not one of the sisters? They said we three, and there were three of them.
I'm not one to get stuck on gender roles. They were all masculine.
Mm-mm.
Tyr,
Didn't-
you're
Here,
muted.
you're muted.
I did say that they were all feminine.
Yeah.
You could
he-
tell
did
by
you?
their tight-fitting clothes.
Okay, sorry, I missed that. I'm also tired. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Brika, you can see she's thinking a little bit. She's gonna kind of, she's not gonna turn around. She's gonna say it over her shoulder because now, Tyr, you said it was a voice. There wasn't like anybody that came into the room with them. It's just been a voice, correct?
Right. Correct.
In spite of the fact that she's still kind of low-key crying, she kind of clears her voice and her voice comes out very, very smoothly. She's putting on her best performance at the moment. We're considering your offer, but I don't know about you, but I'm used to looking at those I'm dealing with. I don't know that I can agree to anything without meeting the person or persons in which that I'm trying to make a deal.
You have seen us when we came from the water. We were wreathed in golden light. You saw us then.
Yes, but we didn't get to see your face. The light kind of blocked you, and you're at an unfair we're at a disadvantage because, you know, we were not wreathed in light that blocked our features from you.
Sometimes that is how the proverbial cookie crumbles.
So you will not show yourself in order to get what you want.
I do not trust you will not attack.
That is very fair. We did kind of attack first.
Wait.
No, they came after Brika.
Yeah, they showed up, but ultimately I threw the first stone, as it were. That's my bad.
No, they ambushed us, and you were just quicker than they were. That's all that is.
Oh, they can't ambush me. I'm alert as fuck.
What if we all promise, and Brika's gonna look over at Garnet, we will not attack.
We do not trust promises. The time grows short. Do you take our deal or not?
Hey, Tyr.
Yeah.
Nan is kind of a collector of stories. She listens to stories people are telling as she travels. Has she ever heard stories of like Three Sisters or the Fates or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay.
Brika's gonna look back at them and kind of shrug a little bit. I still say no.
I stand behind you.
So he's almost like an impossible choice. Because either Brika pays a price that I owed, and we risk unleashing some unbelievable darkness on the world, or we have to take a life that might be innocent, and there's no way to know.
I need everyone but Nan to earmuff. A
Oh, hi.
voice will enter your mind. There is another payment. If you wish to pay the price personally to restore your friend's lineage, we require your other.
We can't survive without each other. I know she's talking in her head, but she's going to turn her eyes to Brika, her eyes starting to fill with tears. But I can't let her pay a price I owe. It's not fair to her. Esme, I'm so sorry. I owe you my life. But I can't do this to Brika. I don't. Set Esme free and take me. It's not fair Esme pay my price either.
Can I bring everyone back now?
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. I didn't realize I was not muted when I went and took my headset off at first, so I'm sorry for the noise.
The voice will echo thunderously through the room. So another is to pay the price. Your lineage is restored. Say your goodbyes, child.
I'm sorry. I really am.
What?
Nan, what did
No.
you do?
I couldn't let you pay what I owe. I'm sorry.
Brika's gonna move to wherever Nan is and just gonna grab her and hug her. You shouldn't have done that. We would have found a way out of this.
The no one situation. But I can't let you pay a price I owe. It was my mistake. It was my doing. Not yours.
Actually, it's mine. You tried to heal me. Laz angrily turns on their heel and looks back at the fountain. You know, if I were smart enough, I would hide behind prophecy. I would hide behind riddle. I would ask payment in exchange for needed service to get my way. You're just another one of them, aren't you? Intellect, posing as sisters. Come out and face us, as wisdom did, as sanity did, as the dragon did. These games are unbecoming.
Very good. You're not as stupid as we thought you were. We want the crown.
Oh, we'll give it to you as we gave it to your sister.
Give us the crown, or we take the offered price.
You tried to take a price once already. Come and take it again then. And Laz produces their sword once and again in their hand.
You know, we merely have to think, and she dies.
Seems like thinking is all you do. You want the crown? Face us.
Very well. Everyone roll initiative and join me in Owlbear Rodeo.
Would you let me while they're talking, like, basically cast mage armor?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, before I get initiatives, we're going to take our last break. I need to take my meds and handle my business. Good job figuring it out.
Ha
Oh my God, I thought I
ha!
was going to have to kill Nan. Good job.
Well, that's why I had that moment trying to coerce them into coming out, because that's why I was like, wait a minute, did we see their faces? No, we didn't.
Yeah, and Laz picked up what you were putting down, and the whole time that they were talking to Nan in Nan's head, Laz was like wheel grinding, going,
Yeah.
this is if I were really smart, this is what I would do.
Yeah. Hee hee.
Did
All
I-
right.
Did I have you worried, Ren?
Oh, I'm not convinced she's not going to die still. Don't worry.
I'm just wondering if I had you worried.
I made a choice.
She did what Nam would have done, even though
Mhm.
Brika could smack the shit out of her for it. But, you know.
Still in my thunder. I wanted you worried.
We've played at your table too long. We know that death is, you know, just a step away.
I think I was more worried for Brika.
That's worried. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yes. She was worried. There you go.
All right. So we're going to take our last 10 minutes, get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, handle our business, and we'll be back to see what happens when the fragments of Amari Amber face the heroes of the deep. back, kinda. We're back, but we're not staying. Here's the deal. We're all exhausted. I haven't slept since 8 a.m. yesterday. And I fell asleep using the bathroom. So I know TMI. I'm sorry. I'm tired. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call it. We're going to pick up next week on with the combat. That'll also give a chance to get Raph back, because you're going to need all the help you can get with this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to remind you who we are, where you can find us, and we're all going to bed. Not together. We're all going to separate beds, but we're
Cuddle
going
puddle.
Cuddle puddle.
I was gonna say you could have left that open to people's imaginations. I mean, you know.
I didn't want to make Patrick uncomfortable.
I don't know. Patrick strikes me as the type to like to cuddle.
Don't touch me.
Fine. I'll have all my squishmallow pile over here.
All right, so let's remind people who we are, where they find us. Let's get the hell out of here so we can get some rest.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, the voices of Nan and Esmina. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and before I give you my personal info, I just want to take a moment to say, Phineas Coffee. It's coffee that helps gamers stay awake most of the time. It's strong, but sometimes the tired is stronger. So get yourself some Phineas Coffee to help you stay awake, and do that by going to bit.ly/WOTD Phineas. That's bit.ly/WOTD Phineas. Coffee for gamers. We all need it. And you can find me on the social medias. I've been your last tonight, and I'm at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, who I was Garnet Growl, and you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi, yes, this is Ames, and I was Rika tonight, and you can find me over on Twitter at LollyGFIFO.
And I'm Tier. I was Tier tonight, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Remember, love one another. It doesn't take anything to be nice. Remember, burn this into your memory. Love and inclusion. It takes both of them. These are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.
Hashtag Cuddle Puddle.